Hi, welcome to Just Common Sense. My name's Brian Harrison. So, tonight I want to address Governor Cooper of North Carolina. I also want to address Marianne Baldwin, Raleigh mayor. So, we've got a serious subject here, and a lot of people are wondering what's really going on. So, let's talk about this. I'm getting stories from so many different people out there, quite a few. I'm spoken to doctors on the side, nurses on the side. I've had nurses, especially one nurse pulled me aside once, telling me a variety of things that's going on in hospitals and doctors' offices. And we were hearing all kinds of different rumors on the vaccines. That being said, first of all, I want to address the mask situation. Let's talk about the mask. There are a lot of places out there that don't want masks. Businesses are worried. I've talked to business owners. A lot of them are worried that the next step will be lockdowns. We can't do this. This should not be something we can do. However, mask. Business owners are worried about that. They feel like they're going to lose some business. And it's starting to show. I've already had business owners talking with me, telling me that they've had people in there with no mask, walking in, and they were told to put masks on. They walked out. I myself will say this. I've know quite a few people myself personally that were going out to a group of 6 of them were going out to they were going out to a restaurant last night. They said if they were told to wear a mask in the restaurant just to walk to their table, they were going to walk out. It's a shame. It's hurting businesses. So what can be done about this? I would love to see this new Delta variant. I would love to see graphs from Roy Cooper. I would love to see actual graphs of the death rate. Here's what I've been told by doctors. And this is more of a fact out there. I'm not saying with the Delta variant, but it's more of a fact. And this is about the Delta variant, I've been told by doctors. As a virus mutates, it changes. It can spread faster. Sometimes be much weaker. It's usually the case. The virus is going to be with us, just like the flu, forever. It's a virus. Now, the reason why we would love to see charts and stuff, again, we're asking you because you're public servants. And we would really love to see you guys, you two especially, do your job and show us this. No disrespect to you at all. Just asking questions, all of us are. I myself have my own theories after speaking with doctors. And I'm not going to bring that up right now. There's no need to go there. I myself am going to be gearing up to run for Senate myself here soon. Now, that being said, I want to take parties off the table. I want to take conservatives. I want to take liberals, independents. Let's take all this off the table right now. Let's talk with each other as Americans, human beings, and what's really going on out there. So first thing I need to ask you, Governor Cooper, and the mayor of Raleigh, I really want to ask you something. Have you done the research on these masks? You get different stories. Now, I've spoken to doctors. There is a cough factor, spray factor. I get that. But a virus is so tiny. And it can get out of some of these masks. It can go through, out, as we see people wearing masks down here, on the sides, open. So I personally am not for masks. I'll say it. I don't want to see kids in our schools with masks. Many people do not. However, what I want to talk about is with these masks, let's get into this paper mask. So here's what I've been told. Yeah. Wraps around your face, sticks out on the sides, right here. Paper goes right through. This is what they call, I don't want to get graphic, but I'm going to a little bit. This is what they call a blood mask, basically. And it's one word for it. It's a surgical mask. Surgical, meaning if somebody's doing surgery, such as a doctor, blood squirts up, protects his or her face from getting blood on their face. Now, if you want to research it, these masks, a lot of them, says right on the box, not for medical use. Questioning that. Why? Cloth and these masks, which are making some of them pretty cool. They're designers, a lot of them out there and stuff like that, but shouldn't be the case. Same thing. Either people wearing them down, sides, what have you. So my next question is going to this. You've got a KN95, not a true N95. KN95, better mask, fits better. However, my question to you is this. This is what I've been told. And I've seen it. I can go to YouTube, different things, and see different doctors saying different things. However, my understanding of a true N95 mask. A true N95 mask gets put on your face. It needs to be fitted. Again, that mask needs to be fitted. Do research. Talk to doctors. I know you say you may have spoken to some, but questioning. Now, my understanding on the N95, it gets fitted to your face. It's good for 2.5 hours. That's it. These masks, we see them fall apart all the time. These masks, people aren't changing or cleaning them half the time. Same with the other one. And the problem is people are touching their face because of the mask and everything else. They're always adjusting, touching their face. We are all guilty of it. Even you guys. Now, with the N95, my understanding, when they do that, they have to do a smell test afterwards to make sure it's sealed properly. And if you don't smell anything, it's good for the 2.5 hours. Now, also, my question to you guys is this. ENT, ear, eyes, nose, and throat. They're all connected. Somebody coughs. Some germ gets out there. Whatever the case may be. Spreads. Eyes. Guess what? My eyes are uncovered. Everybody's eyes are uncovered. We want answers. That's all we're asking for. We want proof. We want to see graphs. I'm asking you to put recent, new charts out there. Check out Johns Hopkins Hospital. Check out their graphs. We're going to see a spike in this new variant. Of course we are. It's a faster spreading virus. My understanding is it's not as lethal. Death rate. Again, people are going to be in the hospitals. We're going to see people in the emergency rooms more because of sickness and stuff. And I understand that. I've spoken and got different stories from different people that work in the hospitals. And that's why I'm questioning. Talk about a particular hospital over in Durham. I'm not going to mention names. However, I'm being told it's filled to capacity by the news channel. Filled to capacity. Almost there. By a different channel. Speak to someone that works in the hospital on that particular floor. We've got 14 patients. We're all getting different stories. Why? Okay. Vaccines. I'm going to go into this a little bit. Obviously, vaccines work. Some people say they don't. Side effects. Side effects not. All different stories. I've heard different things from different doctors on the vaccines. Obviously, we got a bunch of nurses that don't want to take vaccines out there. We've heard about it. I'm addressing now the mayor of Raleigh. I saw something you posted out there on Twitter last night. Now, you were pretty much posted something about a gentleman, about his grandkids, and I can understand part of that. I get it. But the way it was worded and you agreed with it was like the unvaccinated people are the problems with this country right now. It's in your Twitter account. I was shocked. Totally shocked to see that. I talk from the hip. I'll tell you that. I have no teleprompts in front of me, nothing. And the reason why I do this is because I want to get my facts. And I want to be straight when I talk about facts. I want to shoot from the hip. I don't have to read anything. My goal is to know what I'm talking about. Now, again, that's why I'm asking you to prove some things here. People are terrified out there. And the reason why I'm going with that part now is because I would love for you guys, you two, to be on TV. Maybe once a week, maybe every 3 or 4 days, explaining what's going on, how long people are going to be pushed in these masks, which I highly disagree with, because it's going to hurt businesses. Think about what people are feeling out there right now. They're getting highly upset. Look at what's going on in California. Guys, we don't need that stuff here. People are getting crazy out there. And for you people that are getting angry and all, I get it. I understand it. But don't get angry where you're going after people like California and all, okay? Please don't. The best way to address this, speak to your doctor. Find out what's going on. If your doctor or nurses will speak up and talk to you. I am not one person that I can believe in what's going on right now with our government. We're hearing stories from different people. Look, let's talk about Apex right now. Apex right now, Apex is dealing with a mayor who's not going to impose this currently. That could change. Holly Springs. There's another one. Fayetteville, I think it was Fayetteville, or Fuquay-Varina, I'm sorry. So that's another one. And now I hear there's going to be some more as well. Why? Why? I hear tomorrow Wake County may be put under this. They're talking about it. So I want to play a clip, and I want you guys to listen to this out there. And then I'm going to give you my website and everything else. I'd love for you to email me. And I want to, I got to say this. About a week and a half ago, to our Governor Roy Cooper, I was the one that was out there talking to you on Twitter. You mentioned something on Twitter. Here's what happened. You mentioned something on Twitter about this. And, hold on. You mentioned something on Twitter. Sorry, I was getting a phone call. I had to stop that. Now, you mentioned about COVID, and then I came back with some graphs and charts about this new variant. Right when I did that, you sent something else out showing something from the CDC. A lot of us don't have faith in the CDC anymore. I'm going to tell you. We're hearing about it. That's why we want you as public servants to start helping us. And that's all we're asking for. I just want the truth out of many, many things. And I want to see facts. Not from the CDC. I want you to do some of your own research as well. Please do so. CDC is not everything. People aren't trusting them right now. They go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. We've heard about it. So please do that for us. Now, I do want to address, again, I'm going back into this part with our mayor of Raleigh. I'm asking you to also show these facts. Please do so. That's all we're asking. All right, guys. I'm going to play this clip. This is a clip, and I want you guys to hear this, including our governor, including our mayor. This is the stuff I'm hearing from doctors out there. This is a doctor who's actually running. Scott Jensen is his name. He's running for governor. And that's going to be, I want to say it's Michigan. Anyway, listen to this clip, and then please comment. Let me get it started here. Hold on. Might take a minute.
I want to give a brief update.
All right.
Hi, I'm Dr. Scott Jensen, and I am running to be the next governor of Minnesota. I want to give a brief update on this Delta variant, B1617.2, which the World Health Organization started to call the Delta variant in late May. It originally identified in India, and in the United Kingdom right now, 91% of their new cases are the Delta variant. As a physician, how do I look at it? Well, this presents a little differently. It appears to be milder than the original standard COVID-19. A lot of times the symptoms are typically like a cold, runny nose, sore throat, headache. So it's a bit milder, to be sure. I think Dr. Harvey Reich made a real good comment about this Delta variant. He said, we need to stay focused on hospitalizations and fatalities. And in that regard, the Delta variant does not present dramatic need for us to be immersed in fear. I think that we can recognize that this is milder. In that way, more people will get it, and we will probably move towards herd immunity. In regards to treatment, I'm a little disappointed that there's been no call for let's do early outpatient treatment. Let's make it available based on patient-physician conversations. The fact of the matter is, if you look up most sources, they won't make any reference to treatment other than vaccines. And on that count, it looks fine. The vaccines that have been used appear to be effective against the Delta variant as well. The World Health Organization has said that, as have many other scientists, epidemiologists, and physicians. Nevertheless, I would really like to say, let's encourage patients to use zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D, strengthen your immune system. But let's encourage physicians and patients together to have the conversation as to what the role of ivermectin or hydroxychloroquine or budesonide or various steroids or antibiotics such as azithromycin, etc. What role will these play? Is there a role for colchicine? Folks, let's get back to the way we normally do business with healthcare. It's all about patients. Patients and doctors can have the conversations and make the decisions. Frankly, as a physician, seeing patients 4 or 5 days a week, I'm not particularly concerned about the Delta variant. I'm more concerned about my patients' mental welfare. I want them to be healthy. I want them to be living life normally. And I don't want the fear mongering. I hope that helps. But remember, zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D, and have a conversation with your physician. Because this is all about you, not about bureaucrats and physicians' egos. Thanks a lot and have a good day.
All right. We heard it right there, and that's why I want to ask you guys, as governor and mayor, I want to ask you to go ahead and do your research, please, because I'm hearing the same thing from doctors out there right now, the exact same thing. And why are we putting people in this stuff if that's the case? Why? People are getting frustrated enough. This is not about politics. It's not. This is about humanity. If you have children out there, you should really look at this and see how, like he said, how these kids are growing up with their mental well-being. This is important. Look, let's talk about it. Governor Cooper, you remember when you were a kid? You remember growing up? Think about this. Think about how you technically would feel right now as a child wanting to get out there and play sports, whatever the case may be, and going into schools and stuff and having to wear a mask. Now, again, I'm not saying they're doing that right now in sports, but this is going to go to another step. I call this conditioning and baby steps. Not with you guys so much. I'm not going to get into that because I have my political beliefs with DC. But I just wanted to bring this to your attention, and people are living in fear. Look, how many people are you guys seeing out there with mask, double mask? I saw one with a double mask, protective eyewear, and a shield, and ear pop plugs. That's where I'm going with this. We understand that there's a virus out there. Sure, there's many viruses out there, yes. But as you heard it right from him, it's weaker. He's not as concerned. And a lot of doctors aren't. I've spoken with lots. And that's why I'm asking this. So again, just do the right thing. Please give us these charts. That's all we're asking for. Go through it. Give us the advice that's proper. I know you've got doctors that flip on both sides. I'm talking to doctors in private practices. They're telling me one thing. I talk to doctors in hospitals. I've had a few tell me things that agree with the doctors in private practices. Some of these bigger hospitals, they're scared to talk. We already know that in those hospitals that they make money when someone dies of COVID. Everybody knows that. I have dollar amounts. I'm not going to express it right here to you guys. There's no reason to go into that because it's not about this right now. It's about doing the right thing. You know, I just feel terrible for the children growing up in this right now. So anyway, please just get out there and just give us some information. That's all we're asking for. Hey, guys, as always, please follow me on my website, www.just-commonsense.com. Again, www.just-commonsense.com. Please scroll down to the bottom. Check out my YouTube videos. Go ahead and share, and go ahead and check out my podcast, everything else. Look, I want to address this one more time with Cooper and, of course, the mayor of Raleigh. Look, it's not that we're going after you in any way. I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to pick on you guys. I'm just asking you to do the right thing. Look, everybody's frustrated with this, and that's it. That's really all. I'm not saying anything bad. I may not agree with your politics. I may have a different political belief on some things. A lot of people, there's restaurants and some businesses out there who want to show papers now. Again, like I said, this isn't the 1941 Germany and things like that where you should show papers. It's not a communist country. It's up. I see employers are starting to do that out there now in certain places and stuff like that. Hey, that's up to them. They're a private company. I get it. That's fine. I don't agree with it all. That's just my belief. But again, let's all get along. We're people. We're Americans. I want to keep the politics, truthfully, away from this when it comes to the state of North Carolina. I just want you to do the right thing. And again, go to my website, like I said, and as always, I always want to say this. Thank you for our law enforcement. Thank you for our first responders. I know you guys are going through a lot right now. And yes, we're going to see COVID go up because we have this new variant. I get it. We all get it. So, and there's a lot of news channels. By the way, one more thing. Guys, when it comes to Cooper and everybody else, come on, guys. You know there's a lot of news channels that say one thing, say another. They're hyping this up because they live off negative. Negative feeds negative. And for some reason, people like negative more than positive sometimes. I don't get it. It's why everybody shows crazy stuff on Facebook and all this. And just, it's gotten crazy. People like watching that. And it's wrong. Anyway, let me continue. As always, thank you guys for our first responders. I already said that. Thank you for our military. Love you guys. Guys doing great out there, especially with what's going on overseas right now. That's another show. I've talked about that already. Again, this is not for that. This is for Roy Cooper and the mayor of Raleigh. And also, I do want to thank our truck drivers out there. You guys, thank you for doing a great job. Thank you for our restaurants out there, especially what you're going through right now. You guys are having problems getting people working there right now. I get it. Short staff. I get it. You businesses out there on top of it. Same thing. Short staff. Guys, this is not going to help if this continues. It's going to hurt businesses. People aren't liking this. People want to go in, feel normal, go into a restaurant. You just heard about this. Facebook will debug you. I wonder what their big debuggers. Fact checkers. If they can show the facts, I want to see their fact checkers. Yeah, are they doctors? Neither am I, but I talk to them. The other thing is, I do want to thank you for all the people, again, that are out there working, doing a real hard job right now, collecting paychecks and doing the right thing. As always, God bless you guys. God bless you, and God bless America. God bless, of course, our governor and our mayor of Raleigh. I will say that to you guys. I may not agree with everything, but again, we are just human beings. We are Americans. And for anybody out there, I don't care if it's another country or not, that's another problem. Look, we do hear about COVID going crazy a little bit here in Texas. Yeah, I understand, because look what's happening, and I'll say it, the borders are open. We get it. There's different stories on it. I know. I'm willing to fly out there and meet anybody out there because I know people out there and they're seeing it. That's another story, though. We'll keep that off this particular segment right now. Guys, have a great, great night. Thank you. And as always, God bless you and take care. All right. Thanks.